seeking always to improve our nation, to make this a better place to live, to find that shining city on the mountaintop. That's just one of the things we do here. It isn't so much the flowering of social activism as it is the simple urge to fix what seems to be broken. Democracy is a complicated form of government with, typically, lots of broken components. Despite its failures, it continues to function, but inefficiently. Sometimes a minor adjustment can make a big difference, like replacing a dead battery in the car. In that spirit, I'd like to suggest a small bit of election reform, a tweak. The next time we go into a voting booth to elect the leader of this great nation, we will not see a place on the ballot where we are supposed to vote for the president. Washington was right. We don't need a king, and I don't think we need a president. We are going to change that. We are going to change the name of the office of the person who leads the country. From now on, we will be voting not to see who becomes the next president, but to see who will be our next hoo-ha. I believe I would feel more comfortable voting for the next hoo-ha, and it seems more in keeping with the outcome of every election in which I've participated. Some people will say, no, that's too radical, and we can't seriously send out our hoo-ha to meet with prime ministers and premiers and popes and kings. All right, I can see the point, and I'm willing to compromise. We can keep the designation of president. I think it's a mistake, but we can do it. But the compromise is this. Whoever is elected president will have to change their name and will be known officially as President Hoo-Ha. It's not as clean and clear as the other option, but I think I could live with it. Of course, along with President Hoo-Ha, we will also have Vice President Foo-Fa, and the senators will be known as the Boo-Bahs, while the members of Congress will be the Doo-Dahs. We'll think about changing the outfits, too. No more blue suits with the tie and the lapel pin. We'll need a federal uniform. I'm thinking of a standard yellow jumpsuit and a green hat, but we'll work on it. One more thing while we're at it. This reforming gets to be intoxicating. You start changing things, it's hard to stop. One reason they never start. But since we have, the president has this core group of advisors known as his cabinet. I've never understood why we call these people the cabinet. A cabinet is a place where you store stuff like the silverware and china you never use. For the good of our nation, we're going to have to rename this cabinet. Let's look at the people who make up the group formerly known as the cabinet. They are in positions of considerable power. The decisions they make, the proposals they suggest could have serious global consequences. What qualifications do they have to serve in that capacity? Maybe they're just political hacks who help the president get elected. Let's take a more generous view. Let's say they are experts in their fields, like transportation, commerce, education, defense, and the affairs of the state. They have knowledge, experience, and a vision for the future. Someone once said to me that those people are there because they are very astute. And I realized in an instant that he was right. Those people are all astute. They're astutes. That's what they are exactly. Astutes. That's what they are and what they do. And after I came to the realization, I gained a better understanding of how they operated and why they said the things they do. They're astutes. Listen carefully the next time one of them steps up before a microphone and breaks wind. So there you have it, my humble contribution to our national destiny. President Hoo-Ha and the Astutes. No longer will you wonder why things are the way they are.